Namaste, guys. ChristianRLong, Life Enhancement Consulting, giving you a big, beautiful shout out on this Wednesday evening here in Denver, Colorado. It is 6 o'clock p.m. Mountain Time. We're jumping on for our daily dose of divine light, love, and power with our focus on the light aspect. Right now, over at Blue Pan Pizza here in Denver, it is the most amazing, phenomenal, unbelievable pizza you've ever had. It's called Detroit Style. Don't laugh. It's called the Detroit Style Pizza. Dean, Namaste. I'm going to give you a little tiny wave. Karen, Namaste. Tiny wave for you. Guys, let me know what this whole waving thing is doing, because I don't know what you see on your end when I hit the tiny wave button. But jumping on, thinking about the light aspect of the soul, the creative aspect of the soul, the intelligent aspect of the soul. And one way of using the light aspect that has been pretty common for people within the Christian faith, good evening, within the Christian faith is the little pendants that say, what would Jesus do? Why would someone do that? Why would say, what would Jesus do? What would my parents do? What would my grandfather do? What would my respected teacher at school do? What would my guru do? What would fill in the blank? You don't see the little tiny hand? Weird. All right, well, I pushed the button. I was hoping you'd see it. So by asking that question, what would a highly developed person do? You're tapping into the light aspect within them, and you're meditating on the positive qualities of that soul. You want to grab the pizza? Mm-hmm. Yeah, perfecto. The pizza is here. Because of the social distancing, everything is carry out or take out. Carry out or delivery. That's it. Carry out or delivery. So we're just grabbing the pizza. Okay, so Karen gets it. Perfect. So the light aspect and meditating on the virtuous aspect of that person allows you to tune into that vibration, the virtue of that person, right? So it's really, really cool that when you ask the question, what would Jesus do? What would Buddha do? What would Muhammad do? What would this? It's a huge hand waving at me. Really? It's a huge hand waving at you. That's super cool. All right. Facebook is updating and upgrading things. I like it. I like big fat hands. Waving, blessing, healing, soothing. That's nice. So, like we talked about in a previous stream, connected to light, you become who and what you meditate on. So when you ask the question, what would Jesus do? You tap into the energies of that teacher. You tap into that frequency. And ideally, if we could all be in alignment with the mind of God, which would be the light aspect of God, we would think as God thinks. But because God is incomprehensible to the human soul, we can only get a little itty bitty tiny snippet of the divine, which is actually quite interesting when you think about it. As soon as you talk about God, as soon as you read about God, as soon as you give any and all forms to God, you automatically limit the limitless. You create a finite within the infinite, right? So you don't actually understand God only through experience, right? You can't, as soon as you put a frame, as soon as you say God, bam, you just created a thought form. As soon as you speak, bam, you created a thought form. As soon as you feel, bam, you created a feeling form, right? So it's quite interesting that we can never speak of God and talk of God and have it be an accurate representation of the infinite. It's really quite fascinating. If you read the book Living the Gita by Satchitananda, he goes into great detail about that you can read all the books in the world about God, about the spiritual life, about yoga, and never understand it fully, because writing about it and reading about it and speaking about it all gives it form, right? So you just have to experience it. How do we experience that? Through our meditation practices. So whenever you meditate, whenever you leave the body, whenever you travel, you're expanding, and you're getting closer and closer and closer to experiencing the infiniteness of the divine. But if we're so over-identified with our physical body and our form, we never get the chance to transcend, to go beyond. So I hope that helps. Hope that inspires you to do your meditation practice on a regular basis. I hope that inspires you to ask the question, what would Jesus do? What would my guru do? What would Muhammad do? What would Confucius do? What would Lord Buddha do? What would Lord Buddha Kuan Yin do? What would the great, great teachers do in this situation? Interacting with this person, coming across this challenge, what would they do? And then you can be in alignment with the light aspect of great, great teachers and great, great beings. So, hope that helps. Lots of light, love, and power to you guys from God and my teacher, Grandmaster Cho Kuk-Soo, into your lives. Got pizza that's getting cold, so about to head out and eat it up like it's our job. So I love you guys very, very much. This is Christian Long, Life Enhancement Consultant, wishing you a beautiful day, beautiful week, and a beautiful life. And for those of you who are looking for healing and transformation, feel free to reach out to me directly at ChristianRLong.com. You just schedule a consultation or healing right there on the website, and then we sync each other's calendars up. We see each other on Zoom, on Skype, on FaceTime, whatever's the most convenient, and we transform your life. So I look forward to serving you now and in the distant future. Love you guys very, very much. Bye-bye.